Oh my goodness. What's up, everybody? Today we got Tuffie the Arch
Tuffie.
Queen. What's really good? How are you
Hello.
today? Or
I'm
tonight, should I
good. I'm
say?
good. It's the
I'm s-
nighttime.
yeah, right. I'm
It's
super
it's the
glad
night.
you were finally able to make this podcast happen.
Same.
We were like
Been
so thrown
peeping
off.
for a while.
I know. Oh, for real? You've been peeping a little bit, trying to
Yeah.
make sure. Okay, okay. What have you been peeping? Tell me about it.
I don't remember the first one, but I definitely remember Dakota Fades.
Shout out to
I'm
Dakota.
trying to think of another one, right? Beautiful, beautiful. I don't know. I just realized that you had one and I followed you and I didn't reach out for a while because I was like, you know what? I don't think I can do a podcast.
Why not? Tell me why you don't think that you could do a podcast.
It's not that I can't do one. It was more like, I guess, like establishment, Like I wasn't sure if like I was fit, I guess. Like I know I can do a podcast, I can talk it up, but like am I fit for like a podcast about feet? I don't know. I guess I am. Here I am.
See, that's the thing though. Like, it doesn't always have to be about feet. I like to just
Yeah.
come on here and chill and chop it up. It seems like you're a real down to earth type of chick who likes to just chill and chop it up too.
I have been told down to earth. I'm a hippie, so
I was literally just gonna say that. So you consider yourself a hippie chick, yeah?
definitely, definitely. I have some dreadlocks back here.
No way.
I
Do you really?
partake. I do. I have partial locks. I just washed my hair today, so they might be hard to find, but yes, I have locks.
So are you trying to like really make the locks like your thing? Like, is it where you're headed as far as your hairdo?
No, I'm gonna keep them partial because I like the rest of my hair a lot.
Mm.
So I appreciate the curls and the bangs and the waves and the flowy. So I will like keep them partial, even though it is a huge, huge, huge pain in the ass. Huge pain. My year anniversary is coming up.
What makes them such a pain in the ass?
It's a pain in the ass because they're partial. I don't think it would be as awful if I had fully locked my hair, but they grab onto the rest of my hair, causing like more tangles and more knots. And they are a little bit painful for me, like towards the bottom. But like if you partially lock your hair, it's either the bottom, the top, the side. So like I chose the bottom, and like I have thinner hair towards the back of like my head. And so those ones are a little bit painful sometimes. But
Mhm.
I would not go back and would not trade them for the world. I plan to have them forever. I don't know if I ever will lock all of my hair one day, but maybe when I'm older.
I think that's a pretty interesting idea. What about mullets? Would you ever do a mullet?
No. Was that a joke?
I was just curious. I'm
Wait
just
a
curious.
minute,
The
wait a
back
minute.
end.
I mean, if you want a mullet, have a mullet. But for me, it's a no.
I could
It's
dig it.
it's
I
I
dig it.
mean, yeah, it's a no.
What about
I
me? You think I
like
should pull off a mullet or what?
not with that vibe, you
No.
know? Not with that suave like voice and like,
Whoa.
yeah, like no,
Really? I've never heard anybody say that before. That's interesting.
yeah, I'm a very big voice person. So the first thing like I noticed when you called me today, I was like, oh cool, he sounds, I don't know what it's called. Like I would just call it like suave, kind of like a sensual voice, if you will. Definitely for the radio or podcast, you have a very it's a nice voice.
That's
You
very
can just
flattering of
call
you.
it a
Thank you.
nice voice. Yeah,
You are
for sure.
a flattery type of person. I could tell. You like to give others compliments.
I'm a Leo, so
Is
I
that a
guess
Leo
that it
trait?
just kind of goes all the way around. Not so much as it's a trait, but we appreciate compliments, and I am like super into like praise kink and just like speaking. I'm very expressive. There's nothing you won't know. If I feel it, you'll know it. So like, yeah.
I love it.
It's
Tell
pretty
me more
natural.
about praise kink because I have yet to hear that before.
Really?
I'm serious.
So praise
Cream.
kink is kind of I feel like it's more on the brattier, submissive side of the fetish world, which I feel like a lot of foot models do not participate in. So a lot of people probably don't discuss it, but essentially, um, I have a thing for being told that I'm doing well. So, like, if you're my boss and you tell me I'm doing great, I'm not going to be wet. But if someone that I am, banging or, currently dating a partner, whatever, was like, I don't know, you did really good today at work, or the dinner's really good, or you look so beautiful today, or wow, I just can't believe you thought of that, or just like all of the things that would be like praising someone essentially is something that I am into.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's sort of like that's why I said it's kind of bratty because like, bad girl, good girl. I don't necessarily want to be called good girl or bad girl, but like if you treat me like a good girl or bad girl, I'm with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
No, that totally makes sense. You just overall like to hear about the things that you're doing, and you like to
Mhm.
know that it's satisfying the person or whoever
Correct.
it may be. I
Yeah,
can dig
and
it.
very, very verbal person in general. And my love language, the top one is words of affirmation. So I'm
Mm.
just a very vocal, communicative, I'm I very much like to talk and to get it out and to conversate and I like all that.
I find it interesting that lately on this podcast, we've been talking a lot about love languages. And it makes sense because I feel like the people that are within the FFC, the foot fetish community, the kink community, and
Mhm.
all those communities, I feel like it's all about acts of service in some kind of way. So
It
everybody
really
sees,
is.
right?
You're the first person I've heard that say that. And honestly, acts of service is like bottom for me. Like, I don't really particularly like to do things for people, and I also don't really care if they're done for me. I mean, like, do the dishes, pick up after yourself, like, yada, yada, like, take me out, whatever, I'll take you out. Like, I'm a pretty equal, individual, but
Mhm.
like, the fact that I serve people all day has really changed my life, honestly.
I
I
want to
mean,
know how
for
though.
reals. I feel like now I enjoy being at someone's service. Not 24/7, but maybe 18/7 or how whatever, however often it's being done. Especially the aftermath, like you get off to me. I'm serving you. It's like a very nice feeling. And it also just I think it just changes a person when you go from, like, not really serving people, I'm sort of a brat, I get served kinda thing, and I mean, let's be real, I'm still getting served all the time. But I'm also serving, it's different.
You like it so much, you've even took it on the road. Tell me about the road.
I have. My first trip was California, and that was last year. And it was super cool. I got to spend time with a friend that's also in the community. I got to meet a lot of my clients, and let me see. We went to a rivalry like high school football game. I
Mhm.
had birria tacos. They were so, so, so good.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Had never in my life had them. I've always wanted them, but I was like, "Nah, not here," which I mean, I'm sure we have some spots. Don't get it twisted. Texas is
Mhm.
Taco City.
Pretty close
But
to
like
Mexico.
California,
I know.
that shit was so good. But yeah, I
Mhm.
went to Chicago after that and really December and January I did not travel much until the end and then it just like boomed. I was traveling pretty much every weekend towards the end of January all the way up until shit last week. Which is fine. I love to travel a lot. I mean, I can't get enough of it, so I'm in
Right.
it to win it.
What's the criteria for one of your fans to get a chance to meet with you?
So I have an intake form that they have to fill out.
Alrighty.
It pretty much asks like your name or at least something I can call you, all the way to how long do you want to visit with me? What are you trying to do? What do you like? There's just maybe 10 questions. And then, of course, like the top part of it is just informational as far as like, my rules and, things I don't like, things I do like, and then also my rates and my like cities.
Right.
So that's on my website. I made a website a week ago. Um, and that's it, other than like have a Skype with me, pay their deposit. I like to Skype with them face to face to kind of like look at them in the eyes. Like
Make sure they're not
I'm
like
all
super sketch.
right. Every time I'm like, I get real close, usually I'm not this far away, by the way, but my whole body has to be in it. And I'm like looking face to face and I'm like, so what you trying to do in this session? I look at them just
Right.
like that, and they're like, oh, I just want to worship your feet, or foot job, whatever. And I'm like, what else?
Right.
Like,
Right.
you
Right.
got any ulterior motives, or something like that? No, but usually they answer, and they're either one of two ways. They are so shy that they can just barely say hi and kind of smile because they're just so nervous and they have no idea like why we're having this call. This might be their first time, they don't know,
Mhm.
or they're so excited that they're just smiling from ear to ear and I'm like, you're the one. Like you're
You're the
good.
one.
When I see your smile and your eyes together, I can usually determine whether or not that person is going to, pull some things or
Mhm.
piss me off, but I've not actually had any bad experiences yet. I'm gonna knock on some glass here.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to knock on some wood, some glass,
Yeah,
something.
definitely. Get to knocking.
Do you feel like during those sessions, you're definitely the one that's in charge?
Yeah, I do let go of my charge, for some people and for some activities, of course, like, feet fucking, for instance, is a little bit more them in charge rather than me in charge.
Hmm.
But I let them know, uh, towards like maybe, I don't know, middle to end, like, hey, if you are interested in fucking my feet instead and that gives you more pleasure, let me know and we can, move around and you can take control. As long as I've like had that vibe check and we know that,
Right.
totally fine. Fucking feet is hot. Like, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And so that's like one of your favorite things to do.
uh, hmm. Ah, that's one of the hottest things to do. Like as far as like turning me on goes, I would say that a good worship and then like a a good overall comfortable vibe from the other person is like a
Hmm.
turn on as far as that goes. Bad worship really turned off. Stinky really turned off.
Hmm.
Like overly aggressive, I feel like a little turned off. And then just, there's the occasional like oddball where you're just like, not turned off, not turned on. I'm just here. But
Right, right.
overall, I enjoy giving foot jobs. I enjoy letting people worship my feet. I enjoy trampling people. I mean, the list goes on. I like
That we
peeing on people.
Oh my goodness, the golden shower.
I like human ashtrays. I
What's
like
the human
cash meat.
ashtray?
So, like, if I'm smoking a blunt or if I happen to drink that night, which, by the way, I don't drink alcohol. It's very rare. I drink it. Like, I like tequila, I like some whiskey, but I'm not a big drinker at all.
Just an occasion.
Um, yeah, like socially, occasionally, if I've had like a really, really bad day, like, God, I'm gonna go on a rant, but yesterday I had a pretty bad day. But my friend had some mushroom chocolate.
Oh,
So I microdosed yesterday and it was beautiful. I had been trying to microdose for years because I've heard such good things about it. That's a totally another topic though. I forgot what you asked me to, but
we're going places. Even talking about the mushroom chocolate, like I got to know
Yeah.
about the micro dosing on
Oh
the.
my gosh. I should have
Tell me about it.
microdosed for the podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, you're in the right
So
place to go on rants right now. Trust me.
I forget that that's what podcasts are about. Honestly, I
That's
listen to
what it's all
podcasts a
about.
lot.
Yeah.
Let me think. So, long story short, somebody in my family pissed me off. I'm not going to go into any detail about that at all, but I was so mad that I had to leave, and I went to my friend's house and just hung out with her. But her brother happens to be the plug. He's been my plug for a long time. So I
Shout out to the
walked on
plug.
over to the house, shout out to the plug. And as soon as I walked in, I saw chocolate bars on the table. And me, I
Wow.
mean, there's nothing that you could give me to make me happier than chocolate most of the time. I mean, I like money, I like, other things, but chocolate is pretty fucking good.
And
So
coffee.
I was over there. Yeah, coffee. That's a given. You don't get anywhere giving me coffee unless it's for a fucking year at this point because I buy so much coffee. But I was like, oh my God, I can obviously pick it up and look at it. I was reading it and I was like, this is mushroom chocolate? Like legit, like this is actual mushrooms in a chocolate bar. So I was thinking, first of all, it's gonna be nasty. Second of all, I haven't done mushrooms since I was like 18 years old. So not really trying to do mushrooms. But then I read the back and it started to explain like the microdosing thing. And it was like if you take two to three pieces, you'll have like a slight to mild visualizations, uplifting your spirits, and then something else at the bottom. And then like 3 to 5 pieces, mild to moderate, maybe visualizations, enhanced mood, whatever. This bar also had weed in it. I forgot to mention that. So it's a weed
Hmm.
mushroom bar.
All right.
Anyways, I took 2 pieces and nothing really happened to me other than complete 100 mood change. I mean, 360. Like I was cool within like 5 minutes.
Wow. That
Didn't even
quick.
really think about it on it. Well, yeah, edibles hit you pretty quick, and mushrooms hit you incredibly quick when you like eat them. Like I don't know, they probably ground those mushrooms up, like dried them out, ground them up, and then into a powder. So
Hmm.
hell yeah, that's gonna hit you real quick. But
Right.
no, I
Right.
mean just within like 5 to 10 minutes, I would say my mood had shifted quite a bit. We went out to have some tacos. We went to Target, and things for me were just super slow and a little bit more clear. Like, so when I looked at something, I would look at it a little longer and like be into it a little more. That was pretty much it. Next time I'll probably take 3 or 4 just to kind of like trip out a little bit because that was
Up the
kind of
ante.
what I was going for.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Tell me about the creativity you
fantastic
felt. Yeah. Fantastic.
creativity. Ugh.
Any at
I don't
all?
really have creativity. I know
You have
that's so weird. I
because
have
I
to
see
have
you.
some. But no, that's just me. I don't
Okay.
really have like creativity as far as like I don't sit up and think about what I'm gonna do. I just
Okay.
do it and I just say what I feel. Like I don't really have an imagination or creativity when it comes to like creating content and stuff like that. I just either go with the flow, record certain sessions,
Mhm.
or come up with things on the fly. Like when I did a collab with Not Olivia, Goddess Live. And also her man was there and he was taking pictures and filming and stuff like that. And we just kind of thought of stuff together sort of on the fly. She had kind of made a list. And so, we went through and did some of the stuff on the list, but it was really just what are you feeling in the moment? It can go so many different ways. Like to plan all that and come up with it on your own is just kind of like whoa, I guess, but
Right.
creativity yesterday?
Freedom of expression.
Yeah, I didn't have any creativity yesterday. After I pretty much was forced to just go to Target and then go get tacos. I got kidnapped by my friend because she thought for sure I was going down with my 2 pieces of chocolate. So she was like, "You're coming with me. We're gonna go get tacos with my friends," which was, I mean, I had a great time. It was delicious. And then I just went home afterward and played some League of Legends.
So
Nothing seemed out of the range.
shrooming
my
kind of
cat.
gave you an appetite then.
Oh, for sure. I feel like it always does. And also remember, the bar had weed and she
Ah,
smokes. So I
and
definitely was smoking and eating chocolate and yeah,
that
I was
sounds like
hungry.
a fun
I had not eaten all day. I was at a pickle parade yesterday.
Oh, pickle parade.
Have you ever heard of
Wow.
the pickle parade?
Never heard of a
Okay,
pickle parade.
so in Mansfield, Texas, there is the best made pickle factory
All
slash
right.
farm. So in Mansfield, every year here in Texas, there is a pickle parade,
Shout out to the
and they have
parade.
pickle pizza, pickle beer,
I like that.
pickle pickle anything. I mean, I got Kool-Aid pickles in a jar. I mean, pickle cheesecake, you name it. Pickle whatever. And it's just like a big fun thing. So I was there with like my family and stuff, and we just, hung out all day at the pickle
Pickled out.
parade. Yep.
You like that one, huh?
Pickled
We're
out.
just pickling
No, I
out
love
today, baby.
pickles. Yeah, no, I
I,
should have said that next year, next year.
I love habanero pickle shots. Or is that what they call them? Picklebacks. They call them habanero.
Okay, I've never had a habanero pickleback, but all I drink with Jameson is picklebacks. Really any
Mm-hmm.
whiskey, but Jameson in a pickleback is like top tier, chef's kiss. Give it to me all day. Something
Right.
about the way that sour ass fucking pickle juice goes down after that like
Perfect.
bitter burning, like it is so, it's so perfect. People look at me crazy.
No, it's
That must
really
be a
good though.
Texas thing. Oh, I know it's good. I'm glad you agree. Y'all
Yeah.
hear that out there? You need to be taking pickleback shots.
You know what, Tuffy? How about we do our first foot commercial?
Let's do it.
Hey. Foot commercial. Hey, everybody. Shout out to everybody on the live right now. Smash the like button. Shout out to Yin Dang. That's True Souls. She's in the building right now.
Hi.
We
I
got
love her.
Bruce Fiddler. He wants to know, are your feet ticklish?
It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication, and you have to tickle the rest of my body. I have
So
to
you
be
gotta tickle
completely set
everything.
free.
We got Triple X. He says pickle beer,
Yeah.
huh? You down right, man.
Pickle
K
beer was
Deontay,
delicious.
Wayne got dough. All right, Wayne got dough. Gotta send some to Tuffy then. We got K Dog, Erica. Oh, that's Mama Goodz. Shout out Mama Goodz. That's my wife on the live. Got William Lewis, Geo,
Gotta
that
stay
story.
hydrated.
Flip Flop the Clown.
Flip flop the clown.
Flip Flop the Clown. Shout out to all of y'all.
Here's Suki for everyone who's like, oh my god, where's Suki? Doesn't she have a cat?
Man, I'm telling you, cats are very popular on this podcast.
Don't talk. You're not a part of the podcast.
I love how
She
your
does
cat.
have an Instagram though.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, she's a beautiful kitty.
So, how many Instagrams have you gone through? I'm gonna start asking all my guests this.
Oh God, I want to shoot you for asking me.
I'm gonna do that.
Tuffie baby 1,
Alrighty.
Tuffie baby XX 2, Tuffeet 3,
All
Tuffie
right.
toes 4, Tuffie arch queen 5, Tuffie arch queen 4 6,
Wow.
Tuffie honey 7.
Goodness gracious.
2 Reddits.
Reddits get deleted too?
Mine did.
Oh,
No, the fuck they don't, but mine did. No, 2 Reddits, 2 Twitters now.
goodness gracious.
Twitters.
I didn't even know Twitters can get deleted either because it's so no holds barred on Twitter.
They went ham in March. March 1st.
Why though?
They
What
didn't
was
fuck.
it about
I
Mark?
have no idea. Oh, I got deleted for spam and manipulation
Spam
because
and
I was
manipulation.
retweeting too much.
Oh,
Too many of the same people, too many times. I don't know. a lot of people that were in our like retweet groups got deleted. A lot of my clients got deleted for some reason. I don't know if they just did a thing with sex workers or if they just
Right.
like, I have no idea. No
Sex
idea.
workers need to be freed from the
Hmm.
censorship all over the media. That's what we're doing,
What are
though.
you doing?
We're normalizing this, and bringing it to the mainstream by podcasting, because even
Right.
these episodes, you'll be able to watch them on Spotify now. If anybody out there is wondering, you can watch them on YouTube and on Spotify now.
Ayo. I love
Yeah.
Spotify. That's where I listen to my podcast.
Yeah. So you'll be able to check your own episode right now on Spotify. So
I know, that's
for that.
insane. I'm gonna be like, is this me? I don't super like my voice when it's on camera. I feel like it's like 2 octaves lower because I
Mhm.
kind of sound sort of like, I guess, high pitched or something. All right, that's
You are
enough.
not high
Get out
pitched.
of here.
You have a
No,
chill
not at
voice.
all.
I would assume you were from the Valley in California or something along those lines.
Nobody ever thinks I'm from Texas. That's for sure. I do not have there are some things that I say that have a Texas accent, but not many.
Right.
And I grew up with a Californian best friend. That may have a lot to do with it. I smoke hella weed
Hella, you
and
said hella. That's
hella
California
weed.
as fuck. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
That's
Hmm.
Bay Area right
I mean,
there.
I
Yeah.
do love California and I do listen to a lot of Bay Area music too. Like I listened to
No way.
E40 growing up. I did.
Oh,
I
shout
love
out to
E40.
40. I grew up
Yes,
in the Bay, so
E40.
I know all Bay
I've
music.
actually never been to the Bay. I've only been to Los Angeles and I've only been twice. I want to go. Okay, remember when I said that we were done with you? Go.
Black
I want to
people.
go to the Bay Area, but I want to take a car next time I go to California or rent one
Mhm.
and drive around all the beautiful cities
Oh,
and
yeah.
possessions and do all that because I've only ever seen Los Angeles.
So make it a business venture, but also an
Mhm.
exploration.
Yes.
I feel you on that.
Because
I
there were
do.
like mountains that I couldn't see before. There was all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, got to get
I
out.
love how you're casually just spraying your cat with water bottles right now.
She won't leave me alone. I told you
That's
she's
fucking
really
awesome.
bad. Everyone knows that watches my Instagram lives. They're like, "Oh yeah, Suki's bothering her. Don't worry. You need to go."
Dude,
Zoe hasn't showed her face one time. That's what's crazy. I have a whole nother cat.
and she's
Where's
not
Zoe?
tripping. Zoe's
She's not
not
bothering
tripping.
me.
And she's like, you know what? Tuffie's on the #1 podcast on the net right now. Let me go ahead and
Yeah,
leave.
she's like,
You
you
know what
know
I'm
what? I'm
saying?
gonna let mom do her thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You?
Fucking shout out to mom, Zoe. Shout out to
Oh wait.
mom.
Yeah,
So I
she
gotta
loves me.
know, where did the name Tuffie come from?
No, tell me why I knew that one was gonna be asked. I thought it would be first. But I knew it because I was walking around with my friend today. She's in the community too. She's not as heavy in it, I would say, but she's definitely in it. And she was like, "Well, did he tell you like what questions?" And I was like, "Nah, man. Like, I know the questions, because there's a few questions that like I always get asked no matter where I'm at or who it is, and that's
Mhm.
why did you start or where did you start? Where are you from? What size are your feet? The basic, foot fetish and or just fetish questions. What do you like? Blah blah blah. But like also where did your name come from? Because a lot of people do not have, the same name. So my name is Tuffy because I play League of Legends
Ah,
and my League of Legends screen name is Tuffy. So I just was
you
like,
just ran
hey,
with it.
so is my next screen name. Yeah. I also really like it. It really fits. It's super casual. Nobody's ever heard of it and everyone remembers it.
Yeah, and not to
Yeah,
mention, like, a lot of your questions could be, or the typical questions anyways, could be answered on your website too. Because
for sure.
I took a visit, and I was able to find a couple things out
So much
before we started
info.
the podcast.
That's why you said the coffee.
The
I see
coffee,
you.
yeah, and so I know she's a size 9, everybody. So
She is.
there's another
Big
question
size
that you all.
nines.
That's another
Ridiculous
question.
arches.
You
They are.
Ridiculous arches. So
If
that's
you
where the
don't
arch
know, let me
queen
see if I
comes
can.
from. Yeah, let's get close
The
up.
art. Oh no, it's not the right angle. Either way, we get the
Yeah, we'll
arches.
get a little close up. We'll get a close up. There you go, everybody. Just a close up on the
Suki.
arches right there. So I had
Yeah,
something I wanted to do on this podcast today, Tuffy, if you're down.
I'm down. I
I
mean, I
wanted to
think I
do
am.
All right, so there is a pretty cool individual within the FFC. His name is Flip Flop the Clown,
The
and
motherfucking clown.
the motherfucking clown, and he
Yes.
has a hit foot fetish song. So I wanted to do a reaction to the video for all of the fans and the viewers. Are you down?
Yeah, I'm down. As
All right,
long as I'm down. I'll be
all right,
chuckling. Let me get in the pose so my face will be,
all right.
in it.
Yes,
Ugh.
ma'am. Let's get it. All right, everybody. So right now we are about to premiere the Flip Flop the Clown foot fetish song right now. Let's get it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Flip Flop the Clown, and I got motherfucking
Flip
foot
flop the
fetish.
clown.
That's right, I said it. Hey, man, drop that beat, motherfucker. Let's do this.
I love this song. I can't contain it.
Feet on my face, girl, feet on my face. Feet on my face, yo, feet on my face. Feet on my face, yeah, feet on my face. I just want some motherfucking feet on my face. You can stomp on my nuts and kick me on my dick. I don't give a shit, bitch. Yo, big ass feet, make me skeet. I skeet on your feet, girl, skeet, 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 skeet. Yeah.
You got the little
Roll
fun.
up on your calluses, put them in my mouth assist. Just put them on my
Mouthesses.
Hey, hold on. He said calluses, put them on my mouth assist. That's fire right there.
Mouthesses, right?
That's fire right there. Let's
It's like
keep
it's
going.
like we don't care if you have calluses. Put them on my
Yeah. Fuck it.
mouthesses.
Like that's that real
I
foot
like
fetish right
feet.
there.
Right.
For real.
That's
Facts.
the
All right.
nitty gritty.
That the
Oh my
nitty
gosh,
gritty for
Kat.
sure.
She wants to be in the
oh,
pose too.
oh, absolutely. Fuck it. You gotta react to the song too, then Cat, if you're gonna be in here.
cause you know I love the taste. Feet on my motherfucking face, bitch. Feet on my face, girl, feet on my face.
Good
Feet
feet
on
too,
my
right?
face, yo, feet on my face. Feet on my face, yeah, feet on my face. I just want some motherfucking feet on my face. Make my dick spring when I see the dead skin. Stroke up and down on my foreskin.
I love it.
The dead
Wow.
skin on my foreskin.
Hey, man, like as funny as like the lyrics are, like it's some really good shit actually. And like the footage that he has in the background, he has like actual footage of him performing his real love for the fetish.
Isn't that crazy?
Nah,
And
for
then the
sure.
clown stuff, like all over. I mean, it's a hit.
We got to keep
I
going.
do your pedicure, soak your feet in a bowl. Ball scrub, shake cuticles and cotton balls. I do it all. When I'm done, I drink the dirty water straight out the bowl.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Imagine drinking the water, the
yeah,
petty
he slurped the
water.
water. He slurped it too.
What a foot boy.
That's for sure some footboy stuff right there.
Yeah. You got nasty ass, muddy ass, stinky ass toes. I don't give a fuck, ho. Stick 'em in my mouth. Shove 'em up my big red clown nose. You know I love the fucking shit, though. What? Feet on my face, girl. Feet on my face. Feet on my face, yo. Feet on my face. Feet on my
I gotta say the hook too, like how simple it is like perfect because like you
And
remember.
the vocals, like the,
Yeah.
like it's totally a vibe.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Motherfucking feet in my, it's like screaming kind of, like just barely enough to make you be like, hell yeah, Like that's what's
Yeah,
needed to get into it, is that like raspy, like dedication,
he's got to do a live performance of this at some point.
Oh my God, he does. And I have to be there.
100%. Me too.
Be there.
We're all gonna be there.
face,
Yeah, we're all
yeah,
definitely
feet on my face. I just want some motherfucking feet on my face. Flip, flop, the motherfucking clown. Let my balls swing around. I grab 'em and drag 'em off the ground. The ladies know when I'm in town, cause I fuck big fat bitches by the pound. Yeah, you shove your foot down my throat and stick your toes down my butthole. I don't give a fuck, ho. So shut your fucking face, cause you know I love.
It's just no holds barred. I love it.
That one. Can
It
you
is straight.
rewind that one?
Yeah. We run.
I gotta hear that verse.
I got you.
What is he talking about with his butthole?
Around, I grab 'em and drag 'em off the ground. The ladies know when I'm in town, cause I fuck big fat bitches by the pound. Yeah, you can shove your foot down my throat and stick your toes down my butthole. I don't give a fuck, ho.
I gotta know, have you ever been asked that during a session?
No, but I did get asked about a prostate massage recently. And I have to say, I'm not against it. I just need some experience and a little bit of research and, a comfortability level. I'm a very like comfort person, so I need to know what I'm getting into, I guess. So
I feel you on
we'll
that. I
see.
feel you
Might be in the future.
on word. All right, let's continue the song.
So shut your fucking face, cause you know I love the taste. Beat on my motherfucking face,
Here we go.
bitch. Beat on my face, girl, beat on my face. Beat on my
Everybody,
face, y'all, beat on my face. Feet on my face, yeah, feet on my face. I just want some motherfucking feet on my face. Feet on my face, girl, feet on my face. Feet
I love
on
it.
my face, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Flip Flop the Clown, man. Let's do a little round of applause for that.
He's in Florida too.
Oh, no way.
Cool. Yeah, he is. He's in Florida. Can't
You
remember
know,
which part. You're really getting on my nerves, Kat. I just want to let you know.
I gotta say though, I am very like, I like it when people are proud of what they're into, so that's one of my favorite parts about that song that I just
He's
heard.
really proud, and it
Yeah,
shows, and it's beautiful.
like so many times I see people who have Instagrams who have no photos, or they only use their fake Instagram, so not fake, but they're like low key Instagram to
Right. To post
inquire
and
to be.
whatnot.
Yeah. What do you think about that? Like people being so shy about their foot fetish.
I kind of hate it. I don't want to be like super harsh or anything because everyone has their like, you know, life that they have to maintain or reputation they have to withhold or whatever, withstand, whatever the word is.
Right.
It's on my nerves. But like everyone has things that they're into. Some people are into ketchup, some people are into mustard. You don't see people being ashamed of being into one or the other. Some people like family members. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, it's not
Right.
something to be, that people are necessarily proud of, but I'm sure there's somebody in the world that's proud of liking their cousin. I mean, whatever you like, spit, little dicks, big dicks, black dicks, white dick. I mean, everybody likes whatever they like. It doesn't really matter where it's at, where it's going, where it's been. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't understand what the difference between a foot fetish and a bondage fetish is. Like, why are we allowed to get tied up, but I can't stick my foot in his face? What? On the
Right.
plane. Like, why can't I tie his hands and just stick my foot in his mouth on the plane? You know how many people would throw a huge fit? They would lose their fucking minds.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Who gives a damn?
Who
It's
who cares
crazy.
about the way other people live in general?
Nobody. I don't give a
Nobody.
fuck how people live. I don't have time to worry about how people are living.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I mean, no,
I'm
real talk. I
busy.
mean, that's why like so many people, they like worry about all the wrong things, and then they got like shit going on in their life that's like not copacetic. Like
Failing too.
if you focused on that shit, then you wouldn't be having problems in your life because you're focusing on your own shit and not worried about everything that's going on in the news or getting tied up and canceling people or things of that sort.
There's like a saying that I used to get told growing up by, I don't know if it was my mom or what, but it was like basically like if you put half as much energy that you are putting into this toxic person, toxic whatever toxicity or just negativity even into something that you actually care about and or could do something about and or um benefits you, you would have already been, halfway there, literally half of your effort halfway there. So I don't know if that like stuck with me necessarily, but it definitely rang a bell when you said that because it's so true. Like, why are you putting in so much effort to be miserable? It's
Yeah, it
hard
makes
to
no
be
sense.
miserable. It's
And
so
it
much
even
easier. It even takes more muscles, I think they say, to frown than to smile, right? Isn't that a
I believe
thing?
it. I believe it.
Mhm.
And smiling is
Something like that.
actually like really good for your health too. They say the more you
Mhm.
smile, you know, you're gonna last longer than a while.
Contagious as well. You see someone smiling, most of the time you kind of have that urge to smile back, in the airport, at a restaurant, wherever you are. Especially like children, I feel like are kind of the and I kind of hate children. I don't want any. I don't really care for them, but like they
That's funny. It's funny.
but they smile or cry and throw fits
Mhm.
everywhere at everyone. They don't care if they're at Walmart. They'll throw their fucking whole body on the ground and spread oceans of tears and fucking shit their pants. Nobody cares. But they will also smile at pretty much anything and anyone, and it's contagious. You don't walk past a kid and glare at them. I mean, maybe some people do, but I usually at least smile whether I like them or not or want them. It's a very nice complimenting feature to have when you're smiling.
You just made the most random thought come into my head right now.
What is it?
I
I'm kind of
remember
nervous.
no, don't be nervous. I remember as a kid, and I used to be in Walmart with like my mom or somebody, right? I
Mhm.
would always get lost in a Walmart, and then you would hear my name get called on a
Oh
overcom.
no, you were that kid?
I was that kid, but it's interesting because the world is so sketch now. You don't even hear that happen no more
You're
because
right. Like, ain't no way I'm letting my kid out this basket. They are not
exactly
fucking around. And when
they're
they
not
do,
fucking
there's
around.
no intercom. The police are there. And it's fucking, everybody's looking for everybody. But yeah, I worked at Target for a short time, and you're right. There we had green alerts, red alerts, yellow alerts, and like blue alerts and like black alerts. I was a manager for a while, so green was like I don't know, I think it was something about the weather to go get the carts, and then like yellow was there may be a theft, somewhere in the building, and then red was obviously there's a child missing. And then I think blue was like there's a parent missing or something like that. But yeah, they had like a whole code for it, and we never heard codes.
Right.
There, I never
Isn't
had
that
a code.
interesting? I guess it's good that
Mhm.
people are more attentive to their children now. But when you said Walmart and we're mentioning kids and stuff, I was just like, damn, like that just clicked in my head. Like I used to
Yeah, there
always,
was always hearing that shit.
yeah.
So and so, have you found your parents? So and so, come to the front. So and so, come to guest services.
Seriously though, serious. Do you ever do like in public content?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't necessarily filmed anything public sexually, I would
Hmm.
say. But fetish wise, I have done several car sessions, which is pretty public, especially because when I do a car session, I'm not going to your house or a neighborhood, I'm going somewhere public because,
Right, right.
I'm in a car. But not anything like with dicks or vaginas or tits or anything like that. Definitely with feet though. And I've done a YouTube interview video with someone that was pretty cool, and that was public at the park. So, yeah, I enjoy public a lot.
I seen somebody doing interviews at the park before. Do you remember the name
Mhm.
of this?
DFM is what he goes by.
Okay.
DFM.
Shout
Yeah.
out to DFM.
Yeah, for sure. He's a cool guy. Really good photographer too. But he's local, so,
Word.
But
Okay.
yeah, they did that. Uh, I would love to do like a foot job at the park, actually, totally, but I just don't know if it's appropriate. And
Right. Like, how do you get away with that one, huh?
exactly. And I'm
Get
not,
some like black
what is it?
viewers.
Is it an
Yeah.
inhibitionist or an exhibitionist? Whichever one likes to be watched is not me, but I do like to watch and perform for others. So I would
Right.
not want to be like banged or pleased at all in public, but I will please you and bang you in public or, your
Mm.
feet. I mean, you're with my feet type thing.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
the
Right.
rest of my body, I probably wouldn't want, but whatever.
I
But
feel
to
like you
watch
can
is
get away
super
with
cool.
feet. you can get away with feet so much more in public, which is interesting
Oh yeah.
because you can't get away with feet in the non-public, like in the social media worlds and what have you. So
Right.
that's
But
kind
like
of
I could take my
crazy.
shoes off at the airplane and probably pick up a client, you know? Like there's all kinds of things.
Right.
I usually take my shoes off anyway because I'm a really hot person and airplanes give me really bad anxiety. And
Oh
like
man.
when I get hot and then I get sweaty and my feet are the first thing to either be cold or hot for the rest of my body. My feet will
Right.
be cold for 3 hours before the rest of my body is ever cold. And
Wow.
the same thing if I'm hot. My feet are firstly hot and I'm like, okay, I need to take my
And
socks
then
and
they're
shoes off. And
sweating
like,
and they're
oh yeah.
stinking.
They
Okay.
don't stink if they're hot always. But if
Hmm.
I'm wearing one of four, I have four shoes that are stink shoes. I have a
Stink shoes.
slippers.
All
I have a
right.
Birkenstocks. I have a nice little Chuck Taylor look-alike leopard type shoe.
I
And then
don't.
I have my black Nike Roshis that I have had for about 5 years, and I wore them every single day to work, standing on my feet all day, like before the foot fetish community. So
Right.
them bad boys do the trick. The
So if any of you out there are wondering on which one you want to buy from her, she just gave you all of the answers.
Roshis. Honestly, I'm not selling the Roshis. At least
No,
not
those are yours
until
forever.
no. Well, I would sell them for a very high price, or if someone got me something else that I could use and keep for that long to continue the stink process because it took a long time. My feet do not stink, period. Like I
Mm,
could stand all day in regular shoes that are new with socks, doesn't matter, they will not stink. But if I'm wearing shoes that I have worn with no socks or at work, like my slippers that I wear like after the shower and stuff, they are always kind of stinky. Like they stink now just because they've been wet, you know,
right.
closed toed kind of thing. But like these slippers here that I've had the same amount of time, not
Hmm.
even, you could never smell anything on this slipper. Like I would
Interesting.
never sell these because they don't get wet and they don't have a closed toe, you know?
Right,
It takes
right.
a lot to get them stinky for sure. It's a lot of
So
work.
I gotta ask, do you feel like this line of work for you is gonna be for a limited amount of time, or do you see yourself doing this for the next 20 years?
Oh, that's such a good question. I don't feel like anything that I commit to is ever short term. So, like, for instance, some people get animals and then like change their mind and want to get rid of it. That's like like a commitment, so you don't just get rid of it.
Right, right,
Not to mention like same thing with like being vegan. I feel like it's along the same lines of like it's a lifestyle. So
right.
there's really not any like I mean, I guess I could shift, you know, into maybe being more dominant sometimes or being more submissive or maybe like specializing in other kinks. But as far as like the fetish community goes, I'm in it to win it. I want to be like an old lady that people want to bang, and I want to have
I love
beautiful
it.
old lady arches, you know. I don't know
She's
that
here
my
to stay,
life
people.
will allow me to stay, you know. I don't know what the future holds, but I mean, it's about to be a year for me in a couple of months, and it feels like yesterday. So it's very
So
quick.
there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. She's here to stay. So you definitely got to make sure you follow all of her social medias. I got
Oh,
them
yeah.
actually right to the left of my head. Well, it's to the right of my head, but to the left for you all. I got her IG and her Twitter. K Dog said how much for the slippers. So you might want to inquire on Twitter.
Oh, no. Ooh, you want the slippers? These are so new, too. I need at least a month, and then you might be able to have the slippers. But I do have a whole website where you can inquire about worn items. Or
So
you can
that's
do like a Snapchat, Twitter thing, but do not talk to me on Instagram. I don't talk to anybody on
she
Instagram.
didn't even
Not
talk to
even
me
one
on
soul.
Instagram.
I don't
Yeah,
talk to anybody on
she don't talk
Instagram.
to anybody on
Don't
Instagram.
try me. I have
She
a
when we were
wifey.
scheduling
I
this
don't talk to my wifey on Instagram.
see when she was scheduling this
Hmm.
podcast with me, she was like, I will not schedule on Instagram. I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, we can do it on Twitter. Then. Fuck
I
it.
did. I was like, yeah, you better Twitter me because
She was
have you
like,
heard
fuck
that
it.
song? What's it? what does he say? Can I post you on my page? Something. Can I call you bae? What do I feel? Can I text you on Instagram? Don't do it. No, they're turned off anyway.
Well, Tuffie, I know we can go probably for like 3 hours, but for the sake of
It's
the
already been
show,
an hour.
it's already almost been an hour. How about we do one more close up with a footmercial, and then we will have you tell your fans a word, and then we'll get up out of here.
What's the word? Whatever I want?
Whatever you want, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
So let's do a footmercial right quick. Yeah, dude. Make sure you all smash that like button if you're in here right now. Tuffie was super chill, super cool. We had the hippie vibes today. She's got the locks in the hair. Fire person, fire soul. Chill, down to earth. Y'all gotta holler at her website, her IG, Twitter. You know what I mean? Get in touch with her because she's super cool. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, leave a review. If you're on Apple Podcasts, leave that review. It helps the podcast. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. And if you're drinking, take a shot for your boy right now. And if you're smoking, take a toke for the Tuffie Arch Queen.
I didn't bring my pipe over here. Otherwise, I totally would have taken one.
All right. So, Tuffie, is there anything you would like to tell your fans before we get off the podcast today?
Yes, 3 things. Thank you for joining. It means a lot to me, and I am sure that it means a lot to him. Use my website, please. I spent a lot of time on it and a lot of money on it, and it has everything you need. And keep supporting me. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm not going anywhere. So you guys don't go anywhere. And hi to everyone who will follow me from this. I think I'll probably get some people. So hello.
Can you spell out your website for them?
Yes. TuffieArchqueen.com. TuffieArchQueen.com.
So make sure you all holler at that website. I want to say probably before you holler at any of the socials, because it seems like that's the place to really go and get in touch with Tuffie. Other than that, other than that, everybody follow the Plenty of Feet pod across all social media for updates on this podcast. Tuffie, don't go nowhere. We're about to get up out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on this wonderful Sunday evening, and we are out of here. Peace.